All right, partial derivatives. We've got kind of a doozy of a problem here. Hopefully it won't be that bad though. Let's find the partial derivative with respect to x. So as we're doing this, remember we treat x as though it's our only variable. Any other letters, any y's in this case, we're going to treat those as though they're numbers or constants. So one term at a time here, we have x to the fourth. Its derivative is going to be 4x cubed using our power rule. The next term, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm focused on the x to the third power, because remember, that's what we're treating as our variable. So we can use the power rule to take its derivative. So the 3 comes down in front, gets multiplied by the 4. That makes 12. We reduce the exponent by 1, so now we have a 2 in our exponent, and that constant of the y is going to come along. Next, minus. Again, we really just focus in on where the x is at this point. Power rule says bring the 2 down, multiply it by 6, makes 12. Reduce the exponent by 1, so now it's going to be x to the first power, and we're going to bring the y to the second power along as we bring constants along within terms. Next, let's go ahead and focus on the x. Derivative of that x is going to be 1, so we're going to be left with 4 and the y cubed. And then that very last term, we're treating that as a constant in this situation, so the derivative of any constant is going to be 0. All right, next let's take the derivative, but this time with respect to y, the partial derivative with respect to y. So one term at a time here, we have x to the fourth. Well, we're treating that as a constant this time around, so being that it's a constant, its derivative is going to be 0. I could write a 0 out in front here, but I'm going to just move on to the next term. All right, on that next term, remember we're focused on the y this time. We say that's our only variable, so we can bring the constant along, and the derivative of y is just going to be 1. All right, next term, we have another y there, so we can use the power rule with this. So the 2 can come down. I'm going to multiply it by the 6, get a 12. Bring along that x squared, reduce the exponent by 1, so now we have y to the first power. All right, continue moving along here. Another y in that next term, so another power rule. Bring the exponent down, multiply it by the 4, we get 12. Bring along the x, reduce the exponent by 1, so we get y squared. And then that last term, again, we do have a y here, so it's just the power rule. 4 comes down, reduce it by 1. And there's our partial derivative with respect to y. Hope this helps. Good luck.